folks, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at question 70, climbing stairs. The way we'll be approaching this problem is by using dynamic programming. So let's jump into it. Let's start with looking at examples. We know that there's one way of reaching step 1, 2 ways of reaching step 2, and what about 3, right? You can reach step 3 by either taking 2 steps from 1, or you can take 1 step from 2. So basically what that means is that you need to look at the last 2 values that you've seen and just add them up. So, and if you look at 5 for n equals 4 as well, you will see that there are 5 ways of doing that. And that adds up to the last 2 numbers, which means you can take 1 more step from 2 into like as in you can take a 2 step, or you can just take 1 more step from 3. Therefore, the value associated with 4 stairs is actually adding the previous 2 values that you've seen. So once we understand this pattern and the way it works, the solution becomes a lot simpler. So let's jump right in. The first thing that we need to do is actually take care of the base cases. If n equals 1, you would just return 1. If n equals 2, you would just return 2. And then for other cases, we need to create an array to store the previous values. So let's call it dp, and the size would be n plus 1. And the reason why we do n plus 1 is because we don't want to mess around with the indexing. Let's pre-populate the base value. So if dp of 1 equals 1, dp of 2 equals 2, and in the for loop, obviously since we have covered the base cases, we start with 3, I less than or equal to n, you keep incrementing I, and what we do after is just update the new index with the previous two ways of reaching that particular step. So it would be dp of n equals, dp of I would equal to dp of I minus 1 plus dp of I minus 2. Awesome. So in the end, you would just return the last value in the dp array. So let's do that. Return dp of n. Correct. Awesome. So let's try running this. The first test case is okay. Everything else is okay as well. Awesome. So let's talk about the space and the time complexity of the solution. The time complexity is of n, since we are walking through all of the values from 3 all the way to n, and the space complexity is of n, since we are using an array to keep a track of all of the values. Awesome. So this is the solution. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I would really, really appreciate that. And I'll